Okay, welcome back to Recipes with Rob. And today we're gonna do cookies. So it's Mother's Day here in the States. So as a gift to the mothers in my life, I'm going to make some oatmeal cookies. We're gonna make three different kinds. We're gonna have plain oatmeal cookies for Mama, that's her favorite. We're gonna do oatmeals with craisins for my mother-in-law, and we're gonna do oatmeal raisin for Mom. And then we're gonna send them out. So you might see the video before you get the package. So there you go, that's your Mother's Day present. I probably should have said spoiler alert first. All right, so this is the recipe. We've got a cup of brown sugar, a cup of white sugar, 2 3/4 cups of quick oats, a cup of shredded sweetened coconut, a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and a cup of the different raisins, 2 eggs, baking soda, vanilla, and these are the oils we're going to use today. Now, normally my recipe I would call for cinnamon. I would do a tablespoon of cinnamon. I like my cookies cinnamony. Today we're going to do 2 drops of cinnamon bark, and we're going to put 2 drops of orange in there. And we'll have an orangey oatmeal cookie. So we're going to start with the butter. Did I mention the butter? The butter was on the counter. That's part of the recipe. We're starting with a pound of butter. And the trick is to make sure that your butter is the right consistency. You don't want it hard right out the fridge because then it won't mix right. You don't want it soft where it's runny because then you'll get flat, unappealing cookies. If you want to get them at the right consistency, you got to make sure your butter is right. So just let it sit at room temperature for about an hour before you're ready to start baking. And no, you cannot heat it on the stove or in the microwave. It will turn into a runny mess. So we're going to start with the sugar, the butter, and our sugar. So your brown sugar can be a bit tricky. If it sits in your cabinet for any length of time, it can get clumpy and hard. You want to make sure you don't have that in there because that will make a nasty cookie. Best bet is make sure you buy your brown sugar before you're ready to use it. And when you store it, keep it in there a tight container. Even then though, your brown sugar will get bad. So I know this is going to take a minute, and it's not really my favorite part of making the cookie, but if you don't get the batter right, the cookie's not going to be right, so you just got to keep mixing it until it looks good. So you can see the reason why I choose the hard metal bowl and the wooden spoon with the wedge so you can cut into your butter and mix it faster. Now once you get it looking good, we're going to add our eggs. consistency you want for your cookies. All right, next, what did we say? We need a teaspoon of our vanilla. I think we're almost out of vanilla. Oh, just enough. Teaspoon of baking soda. Almost said baking powder. Sure. And our oil. Two drops orange. God. One. Come on now. This is ridiculous. Two. 3 drops in there. Boy, howdy. So the rest, our oats, our flour, and coconut. So this is the consistency you're shooting for. Wants to look like cookie dough. If it looks like cake batter, you messed up. If it looks like bread dough, it's too hard. You want it to kind of look like the Play-Doh we made last time. That's a good analogy. Alright, so we got it all mixed up. And like I said, I'm making a few different types of cookies. So we're going to separate this. I'm going to try and separate it into 3 even sections. They'll be close. So that, about like the Play-Doh we made. A little softer maybe. That's the consistency you want for your cookies. So once we get our raisins mixed in, we're going to put them on our cookie sheets. Throw them in the oven at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. You'll know when they look good. They'll be a little brown on top. That's the best time. And if your king comes out right, it should kind of perk up a little bit. So you want them about an inch in diameter, your cookie balls. And you want to give them enough space in between the grow, because they're going to spread out. If we did it right, they'll spread out just to the right size. If not, it'll turn into like some kind of cookie cake. And we don't want to send our mothers a broke up cookie cake. So we've got craisins, raisins, and plain. We're going to throw them in the oven. We'll be back in about 10 minutes to show you what they look like. Okay, so that's the alarm saying our cookies are ready. Oh yeah, there we go. So this is what we've got. Those are our cookies fresh out of the oven. Huh, that one just fell. So, when I was given the recipe, I accidentally said a pound of butter. I apologize, it's not a pound of butter. It's just a half pound of butter, but you should do rehearsals before you do an episode. We live and we learn. So I'm going to let these sit for just a moment. We're going to put them on the tray. And we'll come back. We will have, I'm thinking, we're hoping, my mother-in-law's opinion on the cookie on video. We'll see. But we'll let you know how they taste. Okay, so we're here with our California mom and her fiance Earl. They're gonna try our cookies. So here we go. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Thank you.
What kind you say these was? Raisin oatmeal?
Raisin oatmeal with cinnamon and orange
Oh my goodness.
oils.
Oh wow. This is my favorite, you know that. But it's got oil in it, that's cool.
Alright, so there you go. The orange and cinnamon oil and the oatmeal raisin cookie is an excellent addition. So give it a try next time you want to make a cookie. And we'll see you next time on Recipes with Rob.